Welcome to another book review. And we are going to review today Make a Scene by Mimi Grace. So, I actually recently just finished this book. And first thoughts, I absolutely loved it. It was so cute. So cute. It's not that thick, so I like that it got straight to the point. But jumping ahead, as I always do, Make a Scene is basically about the main character, Retta, who honestly went through something traumatic, and her bounce back was phenomenal. So Retta is like having the worst day ever. She's at her aunt's party, and to not spoil it, she realizes that her ex-boyfriend is engaged to her cousin. I know, crazy. So, the whole time she's at this family gathering, everyone's kind of like saying certain snide remarks, not to be rude, but just like snide remarks like, hey, we didn't expect you to come to this party. Hey, I know somebody who's single. Hey, how are you holding up? And then in walks her ex-boyfriend with the cousin, and they're there in matching outfits, announcing that they're engaged. So instantly, she's like panicking, trying to leave as inconspicuous as possible without letting the whole family know that this is bothering her. So she goes and manages to escape without spoiling. So Rita's a baker, hence the little detailing of the book. She has her own bakery that is right next door to this new boxing gym. Duncan, who's the other main character, he is the part owner of the gym. So how I'm imagining it and how it's basically described in the book is Rita's bakery is on one side. There's like kind of like an alleyway with parking, and then on the other side is the gym. So these two businesses, share this little parking lot. So Retta has been asking the owners of the gym to stop parking in her parking spaces of her and her employees' parking area. So in a jam, Retta basically says, hey, I'll make a deal with you, Duncan. I'll give you my parking space and we'll alternate the other parking space if you basically come to the engagement party and the wedding and pose as my fake boyfriend. So Duncan's like, sure, I'm not really seeing anyone. I don't really care. Let's do this. As most romances nowadays, as they're faking it, emotions start to mix with everything. And that's all I'm going to say. I love the supporting characters of Retta. They're cute. They don't really get in the way of the story. I love Duncan's supporting characters. They are just perfection and hilarious. I love his best friend, Anthony. I kind of wish that they had more of Anthony in the story. Again, it's really thin. I like how Mimi keeps the focus on Duncan and Retta, and the supporting characters are really there just to be supportive, to keep the story moving. I love how there's no fluff. I love that the story is really precise. Everything that's in the story is meant to be there. I love the fact that I wasn't bored in any of it. And there's a bit of spice. The spice level from 1 to 10 as really raunchy and G-rated. I would have to say that Make a Scene is a good... I'd give it a 5. It wasn't really raunchy. It wasn't really just limited to kissing. It was a good 5. It was what it needed to be for this story. And then I love the way it ended. It left it where you wanted more, but didn't want more from them. Like their conclusion was perfect to the point where you're like, ah, okay, happily ever after type of feels. Where, but then, like, not to spoil it, you're like, ooh, what's going on there? Which there is another book after this one that I do plan on reading. So, do I think you should read it? Yeah, because it was also a lot of chuckles. It was really relatable. It was realistic. It wasn't anything like you would be like, this would never happen to me. A lot of things that happen, well, hopefully you don't have your ex-boyfriend marrying your cousin. But a lot of the things that Rita goes through when she's dating is a lot of things that a lot of women go through when they're dating. So, do we all wish we can find a Duncan? Yes. Do we all wish that the guys you meet to get you out of a jam are like Duncan? Yes. But that's the part of fiction. So I say check it out. I ended up getting this lovely bundle off of Amazon. I think it was like $13.99. Well worth it. Super cute. Not too bad of a read. I finished it within a day, and I hope this inspires you to check it out. So, Make a Scene by Mimi Grace. Thanks for watching.